Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
As we art, this is episode 8. Woo.
Yeah, As We Art. This is a podcast. This is a YouTube channel. We're so happy you're here.
Yeah, I'm Candace.
I'm Monica.
And we're going to talk about the art we created this week and what's inspiring us. And we hope to hear from you. What have you created and what's inspiring you?
Yeah, let us know. We really appreciate hearing and seeing whatever it is you're working on, whatever it is that's inspiring you. We thrive from that energy and we're here for it.
Yeah. I feel like we got the intro down pretty well this week.
Oh,
high five.
Wow. I mean,
Nailed it.
we don't use a script. This is it. It's one take. So however it comes out. But that seemed...
It was very
to flow.
flowy. Yes.
Ooh. And now we'll start talking over each other and interrupting.
I'll take my 30-second pauses before I form a thought. So we'll be back on our normal, weekly scheduled podcast
That's
stuff.
great. Yeah, the routines we're used to. But we're getting more comfortable. I even branched out this week and brought some water because recently I kind of got a scratch tickle during the podcast and we had to keep it in. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to quietly sip some water.
That was a throat scratch tickle, by the way, not like any other scratch tickle.
Yeah. I do fidget a lot. I'm not going to say I don't touch. I'm always touching my face, my nose, my arms.
We're human.
Whatever.
We're human. Things tickle.
I'm a fidgeter. All right. So I took a very quiet sip of water, not a slurp.
Good job.
Candace gives me a look when I sip my tea or coffee.
I have some issues, folks. I have some issues.
We'll never eat. Let's be clear.
We will never eat on the podcast. We might have like a little coffee date on the podcast or a little adult beverage.
Oh, that would
some
be
point.
Extra nice.
Yes.
No, we do. We follow a lot of podcasters, YouTube adventurers, travelers, things like that. And a lot of people like to show eating.
Yes.
And we don't like it.
Yeah.
You definitely don't like it. Candace has like
I have a thing.
Condition.
I have a thing.
A thing.
I think it's called like misophonia or misophonia. I don't know how you say it. I just know what it is because I feel it.
Well, I didn't know what it was, and I didn't know it was a thing. And so what is it?
I get like angered, irritated, like irrationally by people's chewing sounds. I hate lip smacking and people chewing with their mouths open or talking with food in their mouth. I get really irritated by it. I understand it is a me problem, but it is like the one area of my life where you will probably end up with a dagger look from me if you chew with your mouth open. I'm sorry. It's involuntary. It's not you. It's the food.
Well, there's a couple things I want to say about this because
Poor Monica has to put up with my crap.
No, I just didn't know about this condition. This is a real condition that people have. It's this extreme sensitivity in their ears, but it affects their nervous system, like nails on a chalkboard type of reaction. Yep. And Candace doesn't show anger ever. And so her reaction might be, like she said, what'd you say? Look at someone with daggers. Like she might give them a stern look. And it's been a learning process. I was not raised, let me start that over. I was raised with good table manners. So I was raised to chew with my mouth closed and you don't talk with food in your mouth. Yep. But this is a different level. I mean, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to like crunch on an apple within 10 yards of Candace.
Sorry. Like I said, it's not you, it's me.
No, I know. So we've adapted. I definitely just approach food a little bit differently. I maybe take smaller bites or try to finish chewing and swallowing before I start my next thought.
I appreciate you trying to adapt to my issues.
Yeah. My poor mother visited once and had a hard candy in her mouth and was chatting with us. And I didn't notice. We're just having a chat around the dining room table. I thought it was lovely. And then I happened to look over at Candace and she's like clenching. I'm like, uh-oh. I was like, Mom, here's a little plate. Would you mind putting your candy in that plate till the end of the conversation?
Yeah.
She had no clue. She's like, sure. And then Candace relaxed and it was fine, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, you've taught me, what's it called again?
Misophonia, I think.
Why are we talking about this? Oh,
Sipping water.
we will not eat food on this podcast.
Yes.
That is our promise to you.
And if you eat food on your podcast or your vlog, we will watch you, but we will fast forward through that part.
Yeah.
Forward is what I said.
Yeah, so we've cleared that up. I do have water in case I get a little scratchy
throat
tickle in my throat. Yep, because it happens. Sometimes I talk really fast, and that happens. But so we're here.
We are.
We come every week.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. We do this once, one take, no script, no rehearsal. We're just talking about the art we've worked on, what's inspiring us. This week was a little unusual because we survived Blizzard 2026.
Yep.
We're located in New England, the northeast corner of the United States of America. So if you were affected by the storm, we hope you have your power back by now. There are still tons of people digging out a lot of neighborhoods and entire cities without power still. And it's day 6 since the storm hit. So wherever you are in the world, though, let us know where you're watching, what city you're in, what your weather is doing. But if you are impacted by this severe storm, our hearts go out to you. It was really cold for a while.
Pretty much everybody lost power. It's crazy.
Yep. A lot of granola bars consumed and flashlight reading. It just made us reset. We try to go through life with gratitude, but it definitely made us reset and really appreciate shelter, warmth, a stove, a hot shower, being able to do laundry. And so we're really happy that we got through that.
Yep.
And we are hoping everyone is safe and warm by now, by the time this airs.
Yeah. Yeah. We're about a week out and there's still people near us that don't have power. So, yeah.
True.
We're hoping that gets restored soon.
So thank you for all the well wishes. A lot of people messaged us. That was so nice. And this week we were still able to accomplish artistic endeavors.
Oddly enough, this week I feel like we were able to accomplish a lot of artistic endeavors, which is great.
I don't think that's odd, Candace, since we didn't have the distractions of TV and internet.
That is true. That is true.
There's a correlation there. But let's talk about it. Who wants to go first?
Can I go first? I want to go first.
Candace, what'd you do?
This week I got some new inks for lino cut printing, which is awesome. The inks I had before are water-based, water-soluble inks and dry really quickly, so it's hard to get a good print without like rushing. So I got some oil-based inks that take much longer to dry, and it seems to have worked. There's still a learning curve for me. But I printed some copies, not copies. I hand printed some lino cut prints of the like mental maelstrom thing I have talked about in previous episodes.
It doesn't have an actual name yet, right?
It does not.
It's like, I call it chaos face or chaos head. But
it's a good one. Chaos face is good.
No, I want you to name it. We talked about something, but I forget.
It was, there's that like joke on that they say on Drag Race all the time, you know, how's your head?
That's right.
No complaints.
That's right.
Yes. So I was thinking about using a dirty joke and calling it no complaints, which most people won't understand, but it's
actually
applicable.
It would be almost like tongue in cheek when you look at this.
Yes.
You want to hold it up?
So I'm going to hold up my
no
print.
Complaints.
Sorry if I bonk the mic.
This is a print.
I did it in 2 colors.
Awesome.
Red for the face swirl and black for the t-shirt.
So good.
It was fun. This is the final print that I did. I will post on Instagram the succession of prints because you can definitely tell which one was the first.
How many did you do?
I did 4. This is the 4th of 4.
So good. I love the rich red tone you got.
Thank you. That was an accident.
What do you mean?
The first time I printed with red, it was a really garish red, which I didn't really notice at the time. But then I accidentally got some black ink in the red when I was rolling it out. Oh. And so it darkened it, and it actually looks a lot better. I like it better. So
I like it. For those of you just listening to the podcast, you are missing out on the visuals. So check us out on YouTube if you want to see this. But also follow us on Instagram at As We Art Podcast, because we accompany each episode launch with a string of pictures that of things we discussed during the show.
It's a show.
The show, the Candace and Monica show.
Ooh.
During the chat, the weekly accountability update. So be sure to follow us on Instagram so you can see Candace's awesome print. I just totally
Hit
banged
your
my
headphone cord.
headphone cord.
Yes,
Okay.
not microphone cord.
I don't know. It's some technology.
They're
and I'm
a little
trying,
short. I need to get some longer ones, but
flailing
in time.
hands. I love that print, Candace. You should
Thank
be
you.
so
Thank
proud
you.
of that. I'm glad you
I am.
were able to figure out how to do 2 different colors. Are you going to do some?
I'm going to do
More,
a
or-
run of just single color, I think, of
Okay.
just black and white, and see how that turns out. I might experiment with some other colors as well. If you don't know and you haven't been listening, I'm new to lino cut. So, yeah, it's all a lot of learning for me and it's really fun. But yeah, it's, I have to learn how to print more consistently is my new goal. So
Yeah, you'll get there. I know you tried different paper, different ink, try different methods. And we want to know whatever you're working on. If there's something you're new to, a different medium, different type of art, you're just trying out, something you've already perfected and you're experimenting even more, like wherever you are in that stage of things, we would love to know about it. You didn't sign it.
I haven't signed it yet. It's got to dry. It takes
okay.
a couple days to dry, 3, 4, whatever. So I will sign it and number it once it dries. I also made a little stamp this week that I will stamp each print with because I have chosen a name for my lino cut studio. So
Okay, you're going to share this. I know you were throwing around a few different names. I think you came up with a really good one.
yeah, Monica helped me, full disclosure, because we got to brainstorm together. It was fun. So my lino cut studio, our lino cut studio is going to be Grumpy Ghost Studio. So,
And why is that such a perfect name, Candace?
ooh, let's see. Maybe because I'm grumpy AF and I love anything a little bit scary and, you know, kind of macabre or
Halloween.
spectral. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's perfect. The grumpy part I thought was just really funny, and Grumpy Ghost wasn't taken miraculously. So you secured the website. You know, I'm going to tell everyone about one of our first dates to the artist's little gift shop.
Oh, the local art gift shop thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were pretty new, not just met, but it was like our first outing. I don't know. And we went to, guess what it was? Artists, a little collective that had lots of different local artists who sold their wares in this perfect little shop. It was adorable. I can't remember the name of the shop, but one of the artists had a big giant bucket filled with repurposed bottle caps that she had made into magnets. So each one had a specific hand-drawn image or a little tiny micro painting with a magnet on the back. I mean, there were hundreds, and they were all little images, though. They weren't sayings or phrases like we've seen
Yeah,
before.
they were all like images inlaid into resin. So
That's right. They were like a shiny. We still have it. They're little magnets. They're on a refrigerator. But I picked one after, and we didn't know what the other one was selecting. This is very important to the story. So we each found one and we shared what we had picked because, you know, you don't want your choice to influence the other person. So we did it without the other person knowing. And then we revealed to each other what we had selected. And mine was a perky, colorful bouquet of flowers. I mean, this is just, it might as well be a self-portrait. I am bright and sunny, and I love flowers, and I love colors.
very
and
much an optimist.
yeah, and nature inspired and all. It was just like, it was the most perfect little painting in my mind, and I thought it represented me, which there wasn't a task to find a bottle cap that represented us, but it was just the one I selected. What did you pick?
Not that. So
The opposite.
yes, what I chose was a grumpy rain cloud. It was a little rain cloud with a very pronounced frown, very cartoon frown.
Yep.
And raining. It was a little grumpy rain cloud. That's what I chose.
God, and you were so pleased with yourself.
I loved it.
You were so happy in her way of being happy because it did represent you, and it's
Well, it was also hilarious because it was like a juxtaposition in the bin because all these magnets were like cats and happy things and rainbows. And then there was this one just fucking grumpy rain cloud. And I was like, yes, you have found your home.
Yep. It really was funny. And to learn about each other so soon that we are total opposites. But we blend well. We balance each other out. I mean, you can't have flowers without rain.
Yep.
I love that the cloud has an actual frowny face. Like, it's really funny. So when you were coming up with names for your lino cuts, because you eventually want to put them on Etsy and have a little shop. It's Grumpy Ghost. It was just perfect. Yeah. I'm so happy.
I enjoy it. I like the name. So thanks for brainstorming with me.
No, that's great. It was fun. And you did awesome. A lot of different prints on your lino cut. And we're excited to see the next step. Especially when you stamp it with the Grumpy Ghost and sign it.
Yes, I will show the finished product when it's all finished. But
that's great.
What'd you get up to this week, Monica?
Art. Yeah, I was excited. For those of you who have been following, I finished a window. This is a really big deal for me because if you know me, my favorite part of any artistic process is starting a new project. And I'm trying really hard to finish an old project before starting a new one. It's a concept.
It's a challenge.
It's challenging for me. This is what Candace loves. She is very organized and methodical and absolutely sees a whole project through before starting a new one. I, on the other hand, have piles everywhere of little projects I've started. So I'm trying to get better at that.
Yes, you do.
If you've been following, you know I'm inspired by the artwork from a class I took. I took a literature class that focused on the Harlem Renaissance, and some of the book covers had an artist named Aaron Douglas who did a lot of iconic work in the 20s and 30s. And the 1920s.
Yeah, you got to be specific now. We just had the blizzard of 26 and it's 2026.
That's so funny. I took college classes just recently. I just graduated like in December, a couple months ago, got my bachelor's degree. I'm so thrilled with that. But I was about to turn 50 years old when I finally got my degree. I was really proud of that. But some of my classmates were like, "Oh, you're from the 1900s." Like,
yes.
I have to clarify. So Aaron Douglas was an artist in the 1920s and 1930s in Harlem Renaissance. And one of the covers he did for the NAACP magazine is called The Crisis. The magazine still exists, but this particular cover with the woman holding up the world, I just thought was extraordinary. And I was inspired and I made a pattern. And this week I finished the window. Let me grab it.
I'll be your arm swinger again.
Okay, I hope you can see this. I put it on a white tray in hopes that it shows up on camera. And once again, follow us on Instagram so you can see a picture of the final product. But she is, the whole thing is in gray, black, white, and gray scale, except for the blue swirly glass of the world she's holding. And then I did some orange flowers for a little pop of color down there. But I'm really happy. And I did something unusual too with the patina. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but when we make stained glass, we normally put black patina on the solder seams. That's the most common. You can leave them silver, but patina is more common. But the other option is to make copper patina. So around her body, I did copper to really make her glow, and then everywhere else is black. So this is the first window of 4. It will be a collection that will be hanging at the college where I just graduated, at UMass Lowell Library. And yeah, I'm so happy it's done.
It looks amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, and what a cool artist to be inspired by too, Aaron Douglas. So I actually didn't know anything about Aaron Douglas until Monica took that class and shared with me. So
I'm so happy I took that class, and we read such incredible books. I wouldn't have probably been exposed to. The authors are not in the like the typical literary canon that you learn in school. And I was so lucky to get some professors to open those doors and expose the students to new and really awesome, eclectic, diverse writers. So as soon as that project was finished, I started the next sketch for the second window.
Nice.
I'm going to grab it.
All right.
Okay. This was another piece that we read. This is a cover by Aaron Douglas. And you can probably see some similarities. There's a cityscape with some smokestack again. This has buildings in it. And then this really tall figure. Again, the way Aaron Douglas did his art, it's kind of like Art Deco, the lines.
Yeah, very geometric.
Yeah, it's perfect for stained glass. So I was inspired by this cover and made my pattern.
Nice.
I can't wait to start cutting glass. This will also be in black, white, and grayscale. And this sun right here will be the pop. I'm going to use a nice fiery orange for that.
That's awesome.
Super excited.
I like the way you did the smoke. So you can do smoke in
so
stained
the
glass.
smoke on the image went all the way up to the top, and I really needed that to break up these pieces of glass. There's very specific lines you have to keep in mind when you're designing something for stained glass.
Especially if you cut by hand and not with this ring saw is what a glass saw is.
Yeah, we do everything by hand. You're right. If you notice stained glass has a lot of interesting cuts in one piece without seams, they're probably using a saw of some kind to like laser cut it. We don't do that. We do it by hand. So the lines, the pieces have to be, it's hard to explain, but you can't have certain jagged corners. They won't work.
Yeah, you can't like turn an angle when you're cutting glass. It's got to break straight across. So
yeah. I have I have some difficult cuts on here, but the smoke really helped. I could get over to his hand and then go off the page. So I'm really excited to start this one. By next episode, I should be able to show some progress with that.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's going to be a nice cohesive collection. I think I'm going to be able to do all 4 windows by May, which is
the goal.
I still might do just 3. I don't know yet, but it's going, I think because of this podcast, it's holding me accountable.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. So stained glass and some sketching. And then I worked on my writing. I finished up that story. I mentioned it last week that Doing Time with Virginia Woolf. It's a short story, but I also...
Pardon my yawn. Sorry.
Oh, no.
It wasn't because of you.
Am I boring you?
No.
Yeah, the writing... I'm trying something new. I've never done it, but I thought that the short story would kind of lend itself to a play. I started imagining this scene because it's a short story of 2 women in a prison cell having a conversation. That's the gist of it. And I thought, oh, that would make a really easy set for a play because you don't have to change scenery.
Yep.
And there's only 2 people in it. So I thought, taking a lot of the ideas from inspiration from Virginia Woolf's writing, the conversation that happens between these 2 women, I think it can really go off in some interesting directions and make it really dialogue heavy, which it has to be because it's a play. I've never written a play. I've never been involved in theater in any way, but I thought it would be fun to try.
That's awesome. That will be amazing for a play. That story will
thanks.
be perfect for a play. What a great idea.
We'll see. So thank you.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try it. I have to do a little research because I'm sure there's like some formats or formulas.
Yep. I'm sure there's very specific formatting and, font and whatever.
To write an actual play.
Yes.
It's not a screenplay.
That's just a movie. Stage play.
Stage play.
Script.
A script. A script. For a play, knowing nothing about it. But that's why we're here. We're doing this podcast to encourage you as well. Try new things. Who cares what the end result is? And I know that's harder for some people than others.
Guilty.
It's hard for Candace. She wants it to be really well done and precise. I'm more of an experimental type of person, so I'm willing to just throw myself in and try writing a play, even though I never have.
It's very cool. It's very brave to be a very experimental person, I feel, because it's not something that I am great at. So
Oh, well.
working on it.
You can't have any qualms about looking like an ass. I don't mind if I fuck up because like it's just part of life. Like thank God I don't have that in me. I'm really glad I don't have that in me. But I really like failing. I really like messing up, falling down, trying again, starting over. That's part of it. And I don't get hung up on that like perfection. Some of you know we don't really talk about our 9-to-5s on this podcast very often, but I am a communications consultant with people whose first language is not English. And I know I'm not the typical teacher that they've had when they take ESL classes, but I work with adults only, professionals from around the world. Adults only sounded weird.
It did, yeah. It's very OnlyFans.
The content of my classes is
That's
all
not it.
X-rated. No, I just don't teach classrooms full of kids. It's just not my thing. I work with adults, professionals from different countries, and I have found that a lot of the people, some of the people that I've worked with really worry about making mistakes. And I'm like, what? Don't worry about it. You got to make mistakes. Like that's just part of it. Like that's part of the fun. So I think it's fun. A lot of people don't.
I do not. I do not think mistakes are fun. I learn from them, but I also have like a very high degree of embarrassment. So,
Which is why this podcast with one take and no script is so fun for Candace.
It's fun.
But it's good. It's helping us grow and learn.
It's helping us grow for sure. Me particularly.
Yeah. Me too. We just don't progress without discomfort.
Yep.
There's no way.
Yep.
So
something that took me a very long time to learn.
So anyway, what are you working on? What are you trying that's new, that's different? What are you doing that requires being brave? We would love to hear about it. Share it with us in the comments on YouTube or in the comments on Instagram or private message us like you have. That's great too. We'd love to know. So,
all right.
Inspiration.
It's inspiration time.
I think I just said all mine. My people around me who are trying new things, people that share with us.
Yeah.
That's my inspiration.
That's good. My inspiration this week is not that positive. So, my inspiration this week is anger, honestly.
Oh,
I was inspired to continue creating and try to put something out there with art because the state of looks around, everything is just a mess for everybody. So I have a lot of anger about that and just working it out with art. So my inspiration this week was definitely having some feelings. So.
And how can you not? If you watch the news, if you see what our country is doing to people around the world, to people within its country, Kansas, I mean,
oh God, yes. Please, 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 like, do anything you can to protect your trans friends and family and just anything you can. It's ridiculous the way that trans folks are being attacked. It's disgusting.
Yep.
So,
and it's just one thing after another, just pummeled with shit. And the world is now receiving bombs on our account. Like it's just really bad out there. And so I agree with you. The inspiration of rage, almost like the more violent the world gets, the more necessary art is.
For sure.
We're going to keep doing it.
Yeah. It's a wonderful form of resistance and just, I don't know, art's going to save us all, I feel like. So
I agree.
Keep doing it. I'm trying. Everybody keep trying.
Yeah. No, it helps process it. You don't feel silenced, but also just to put yourself out there and don't do what they want, which is to make us feel smaller and silence us. I mean, as queer, as women, as people like that aren't typical and heteronormative and believe in the patriarchy. I mean, we're going to keep making art. And no matter where you are on the artist spectrum, we would love for you to get on board, join the community, and do something creative. Put your phone down for a bit, maybe stop scrolling, stop binging for a little while, and just do something intentional with that human side of yourself. Yes. That's really why we started this podcast. So we're happy that you're here, and we'd love to hear what you're working on.
For sure. What was your inspiration this week, Monica?
Well, I mentioned just some of the things I was talking about. I think just even like some of my first language isn't English. People, I hate saying ESL. ESL stands for English as a Second Language. And I want to tell everyone, let's set the record straight. That's an insult to a lot of people in the world.
For sure.
Americans are so coddled and spoiled and not educated the same as other countries that most Americans only speak one language.
Yep.
That's not the case for most of the people in the world.
Yes.
And so ESL is almost an insult to say it's a second language. And it's just, I work with non-native English speakers.
Did they change it to like English as a foreign language?
Yes,
or
sometimes you
something
hear
like that?
EFL. It's a little different, but then it becomes a foreign language, which means that is
Othering
also
people.
insulting because what if people speak this language every day? It's no longer foreign.
Yep.
So it's just another language. People speak multiple languages.
Yep.
And
the non-native English speakers I know, English is like their third or fourth language.
Yes.
So.
And I try to remind my clients, my students, never say, sorry about my English, or my English isn't that great, or never say anything like that. Instead, put it on the listener, the person you're having a conversation with, and say, oh yeah, sometimes people have trouble with accents. Because it has nothing to do with the speaker and everything to do with the listener. There's lots of beautiful different ways to pronounce words, and there's no right and wrong. I'm sorry. There's such a spectrum of language, and it's beautiful and amazing and incredible that people can speak multiple languages.
Yep.
So that's definitely an inspiration. And mine is, I saw this little, when I was scrolling on my phone, I saw this comment by Reese Witherspoon, who's an actress I admire. She's my age. If you ever watched Man in the Moon, I think that was her debut movie.
Oh my God. Throwback.
I know. I made you watch that when we met. I'm like, this is an important movie for me. I had never
heard of it. So
it's such a good movie. It's just a small movie, but it's worth watching. But I had never seen two sisters depicted so well, because they love each other and they hate each other and they fight and they compete. And I related to that movie in so many ways.
shout out to my sisters, because we don't do that.
I know. I really had a whole new idea of what sisterhood meant when I met you and got to see how you and your sisters interact and support each other, and you're not mean or competitive or underhanded. I'm like, what?
We're very lucky. We're very fortunate that is the way we operate. Yeah.
Oh, my sisters and I are like, I'm doing explosion hands for those of you just listening. Okay, that's fine. Where was I? Reese Witherspoon. Inspiration. Reese posted a short little video of talking about how she wants to kind of change the expression. Instead of saying chase your dreams, follow your dreams, what are your dreams? She's like, everyone has dreams. Those are kind of fun to come up with. But she's like, I want people to follow their talents. What are your talents? Chase those, nurture those. And I thought that was just so good, because talent is different than a dream, right? And talent isn't necessarily your work experience or your skills or your certifications or whatever degree you may or may not have.
Right.
Your talent is specific to you. And it does change how you think about how you approach things. Why you're shrugging?
Oh, I have a love-hate relationship with this, I think.
Oh,
So
tell me.
I just think it's interesting, because I can definitely tell you what my dreams are, and they all tend to be very like in a creative vein.
Okay.
But if you want to know what my talents are, they very much are in a logistical vein. So
Yes.
it's a little, at odds with each other, I guess. I tend to be very logistical, very don't do it until you have it perfect, which is counterintuitive to creativity, which is all my dreams. So that's interesting.
To your point, I think you can have a talent of artistic creativity endeavors. You could be talented at that, but your method of approaching it might be full of all those logistics. I think that's fair to say. But you're right. There is a difference in, I think one of my talents, maybe it's considered a characteristic, is that free spirit approach things with no fear and experiment. I mean, that is a talent of mine, to pursue artistic things without any hesitation.
For sure.
But that might just be the way I approach things. So we're working on, I thought I was inspired this week by what is my talent? And if you have something that comes to mind, it might be a hard question for you. What are your talents? what are you going to nurture and chase and give time to and prioritize time for? And I'm working on my craft of writing. I'm not there yet. I think it's an ongoing process. I don't know if there's a yet. You don't know when you're there. But it's a craft I want to keep pursuing, keep practicing, keep fine-tuning. Oh, you know what I just realized?
What?
Last week we mentioned we started our vision board.
Yes.
I'm going to put Reese Witherspoon's face on the vision board.
Okay, why?
Sorry, this is all related in my head. I think it's so obvious, but I'll tell you. I was just thinking of writing, building my craft of writing and wanting to keep writing my short stories, writing my books, potentially writing a play, maybe a screenplay, which we've already talked about wanting to write a screenplay someday. But Reese Witherspoon, besides being a great actress, is really big on promoting female creatives, and she has a production company, and she adapts books and things. She even has a book club, a monthly book she
Reese's
recommends.
Book club or whatever. Yeah,
I forget her production company, like Hello Sunshine or something like that. It's something
that
really
actually sounds right. It's
positive.
something like that. Yeah.
I think I did notice that after what's that show, Big Little Lies or something that she helps produce. But anyway, I'm getting off track. The point is, I'm going to put Reese Witherspoon on my vision board because I really want to imagine some of my things that I'm writing potentially like getting a bigger audience. And that would be a way
Like
potentially
ending up in front of her. What you're writing
whether it's
or whatever.
book of the month recommend, or if I get my collection published, or if it's a play or a screenplay that can be adapted. All of my stories are led by strong females. Like those are my protagonists. So anyway,
That's great.
Inspired by what Reese said, but also what she does for art. I swear this is not a commercial to promote Reese Witherspoon.
Yes.
That's really funny. But yeah, she said that thing about chase your talents instead of chasing your dreams. And I thought that was just really smart.
Makes sense. I mean, chasing your talents will eventually get you to your dreams if you, approach it via what you're good at or what your strengths are. Strengths are. That was so garbled. Sorry. Yeah, I like it. I also, like I said, I'm a bit at odds with it, but that's just because now I'm pouting internally. So,
like your grumpy cloud.
Yes.
Well, we are going to continue to make art. We're going to continue to find inspiration in places, even when the world is totally chaotic and violent and awful sometimes. We're still going to be here making art. We're still going to show up every week. So thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting and liking and following and sharing.
Yes.
All of that is awesome, and we appreciate it. We are wrapping up
We are.
episode 8
Yeah.
as we art.
Yeah.
We did it.
Like Monica said, we're super appreciative. That was rough.
Appreciative
that you are here and participating, and we're growing a community, and people are out there creating, because like we said, I think that's what's going to save us all in the end is the creatives. So
Yes, I agree.
yeah.
So thank you for being here. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye.